There are some infuriating agents to play against in Valorant. Y'all probably think of a specific agent when we say that, and we all have ones that we hate. But there are 8 agents in Valorant that rise above all else to just really grind your gears. And these agents will drive you crazy as they take complete control over the game and make you quite literally just want to rage quit. Today, we're going to break down the 8 most annoying agents to play against in Valorant and exactly what makes them so frustrating. This video is sponsored by our SkillCapped coaching and watching players try to deal with these agents rather unsuccessfully in their matches. Over in the Discord, our coaches have been hard at work helping players improve every single day with coaching sessions, VOD reviews, and even just answering general questions. Your SkillCapped subscription now officially gives you direct access to our elite team of coaches so that you can get as much help as possible on your climb and start climbing the ranks. Our coaching staff is so confident that they can help you. In fact, we offer a rank improvement guarantee, meaning if you don't rank up from using our service, you literally get your money back. That's how confident we are in what we do. Check out SkillCapped today, and let's get into our first agent. Gekko, the newest agent in Valorant, has quickly gained a reputation for being annoying to play against. With his adorable yet powerful pet-themed abilities, Gekko has the potential to dominate the game by constantly recycling his utility and forcing opponents to adapt to his unique playstyle. As a versatile agent, Gekko excels at defaulting, and while his abilities don't require precise lineups and timing to maximize their impact, they definitely don't hurt. This makes him a formidable opponent, especially when utilized by skilled players who can capitalize on his strengths. One of Gekko's most frustrating abilities is his signature ability, Dizzy. Dizzy is a flying pet that can be sent forward to blind enemies with beams of, something. Unlike other blind effects in the game, Dizzy's blind applies a goo-like substance onto the player's screen, creating an obnoxious and disorienting visual effect that players are not accustomed to dealing with. Additionally, turning away from the blind won't dodge it, unlike other flashes, and as it flies high in the sky and often remains off the screen, this can make it very frustrating. This makes Dizzy's blind effect even more annoying and challenging for opponents to handle. After expiring or being destroyed, Dizzy turns into a glob that can be picked up and reused after a short 10-second cooldown. This ability allows Gekko to maintain constant pressure on opponents by repeatedly blinding them and controlling the battlefield, as players need to recycle Dizzy to avoid losing the ability for the rest of the round. Gekko's gameplay revolves around managing his pets and their cooldowns, adding an extra layer of complexity to his playstyle. This means that a good Gekko, however, can cycle his abilities 2, sometimes 3 times in a round, which is absolutely incredible. Gekko's ultimate ability, Thrash, combined with his other powerful tools such as Wingman, Mosh Pit, and the relentless pressure from Dizzy, makes Gekko one of the most annoying agents to play against in Valorant. The detain effect and the potential for multiple uses of his ultimate can turn the tide of a match, demanding constant vigilance from opponents and forcing them to adapt to Gekko's unique playstyle. Breach is another annoying agent to play against in Valorant, as his abilities are designed to disrupt and disorient opponents. Breach's Fault Line is a highly frustrating ability for opponents because it effectively shuts down any early aggression in the round. Players trying to push quickly through choke points can find themselves caught in a well-timed fault line, leaving them stunned and vulnerable. Stun effects in games generally don't feel great for players, as it can feel incredibly restrictive and disorienting. And furthermore, Breach's ultimate, Rolling Thunder, is basically just a second massive fault line. So if the fault line doesn't get them, I hope they're ready for a Rolling Thunder. Flashpoint, Breach's unique flashbang, adds to the frustration too, as it can be triggered quickly and from any point on a wall, making it difficult for players to anticipate and prepare for it. Experiences of being run down by a Breach who relentlessly uses his abilities are all too familiar and infuriating for players. The combination of Fault Line, Flashpoint, and Rolling Thunder can leave players feeling stun-locked until their inevitable death, making encounters with Breach extremely frustrating to say the least. And while Breach may not excel at gathering information like other initiators, he's exceptionally skilled at making pushes safe for his team by his extensive crowd control capabilities. The combination of his stun and flash abilities, along with his ultimate, makes him one of the most infuriating agents to play against in Valorant. His ability to dump a large amount of utility on opponents makes facing Breach such an overwhelming and frustrating experience that can significantly impact the outcome of a match. Sova's frustrating presence on the battlefield can be attributed to his exceptional ability to get enemies killed without ever having to engage them directly. One of the key reasons he's such an annoyance is his recon capabilities, which can pinpoint your location and leave you vulnerable to attacks through walls or smokes. Both his recon bolt and drone can reveal your position to the enemy, making it nearly impossible to hide or strategize effectively. Adding to Sova's nuisance factor are his shock darts, which cause quite a significant amount of damage. These darts can be bounced around corners, making it difficult to avoid or retaliate against them. And a well-placed shock dart can easily take away up to half of your HP or even more than half on pistol rounds, leaving you in a vulnerable state for the rest of the round. Moreover, Sova's ultimate ability, Hunter's Fury, can be a devastating force on the battlefield, capable of eliminating multiple players from halfway across the map. This stuff is unreal, man. As if these abilities weren't enough to make Sova an annoyance, the fact that teammates and matchmaking rarely destroy his recon bolt or drone for you only exacerbates the frustration. Often players are left to deal with the consequences of Sova's abilities on their own, making it even more challenging to counter his relentless assault on your team. In essence, Sova's arsenal of abilities that allow him to cause damage, gather intel, and eliminate enemies from a distance make him one of the most annoying players to face in Valorant. The explosive Brazilian agent Raze is known to cause frustration among Valorant players with her high damage abilities and unpredictable movement. Raze's paint shells are a source of aggravation as they deal a considerable amount of damage. Even the initial blast can cut a player's HP in half, and sometimes there's just no escape, resulting in a very helpless death. Raze's satchels can also be infuriating, as they bump players into the air and throw off your aim. This prevents them from having a chance in a gunfight if they're hit by a satchel while firing. And furthermore, a Raze satcheling through the air to eliminate opponents can be hard to hit, and it's even worse when Raze players use shotguns, essentially Goomba stomping their targets as they get close. Lastly, Raze's showstopper is a major source of frustration, as it can easily eliminate multiple teammates with little they can do about it. Engaging in a duel with a Raze using her ultimate is almost always a losing proposition, as even if you manage to take her down, her fired ult will likely result in your death too. Often, the best outcome when Raze ults is to sacrifice one player and consider it a win. There's nothing more alarming than hearing Raze activate her ultimate and satchel towards your team, knowing that a devastating attack is coming your way. Chamber is an incredibly frustrating agent to play against in Valorant, primarily due to his rendezvous ability. This ability allows him to make risky plays, secure kills, and then disappear without getting traded. While most agents would be vulnerable after such plays, Chamber's teleportation skill enables him to evade retaliation, leaving opponents baffled and annoyed. Another reason Chamber is so annoying to play against is his headhunter ability, which makes him a formidable opponent even during eco rounds. His powerful revolver can one-shot headshot enemies from any range, which means opponents must play safe every single round. Underestimating Chamber during an eco round can lead to throwing away an advantage, further fueling the frustration when players go against him. And lastly, Chamber's tour de force adds to his annoyance factor by granting him a free operator, further enhancing his potential to sway the game during any round. And although his trademarks might not be the most irritating aspect of his gameplay, Chamber's combination of abilities that can quickly change the tide of the game make him a truly annoying agent to face. His capacity to impact the game at any stage, even after nerfs, cement him as one of the most frustrating agents to play against in Valorant. Jett's quick playstyle and mobility make her an incredibly annoying agent to play against in Valorant. Her tailwind ability allows her to dash across the screen, often into one of her cloudbursts, providing cover and making it difficult to kill her. Once Jett is on site in a cloudburst, you're faced with the tough choice of holding the choke point or fighting the elusive Jett. Jett's tailwind also enables her to take a fight and then escape quickly, similar to how Chamber's rendezvous works. When coupled with an operator, she can secure a quick kill and disappear before your team has a chance to react, making her a constant source of frustration. And the final factor that makes Jett so aggravating to play against is her Bladestorm ultimate. Like Chamber, she can turn the tide of eco rounds using her ultimate, but she's also difficult to hit since she can jump around during gunfights. This ability to jump makes it more likely for enemies to land body shots instead of headshots, reducing their time to kill and often allowing Jett to come out on top. Bladestorm can easily change the course of a game even with just 1 or 2 well-placed shots, further contributing to Jett's obnoxious presence. And to make matters worse, Jett's a popular pick in nearly every game, making it difficult to escape her frustrating gameplay. Cypher's most annoying ability is undoubtedly his tripwires. Similar to Sova, everyone can relate to the frustration of walking into a tripwire and getting shot from behind a smoke or wall, feeling just helpless. Even when you're trying to be careful, you might still run into them, which is incredibly irritating to say the least, especially when facing a seasoned Cypher player. His camera can also be a major annoyance, since when it tags you, you'll have to find time to hide and remove the dart. Additionally, savvy Cypher players might not even tag you, choosing instead to watch your every move and let you walk into a trap before striking. It's disheartening to realize a Cypher has been observing your movements for the last 10 seconds only for you to realize that you're not fooling anyone. And Cypher even has more annoying abilities. His neural theft can be quite disruptive, as it forces you to halt your actions for a few seconds, and since you don't want to reveal your movements to the enemy team and you know you'll get pinged again, you often find yourself waiting for the second ping to go out before taking any action. This essentially stuns your team momentarily, delaying any coordinated efforts. And lastly, even Cypher's cages can be bothersome due to the information they provide when you walk through them and their ability to create surprise one-way setups in various spots. While Cypher may not be the worst agent to play against, he certainly has the potential to be incredibly annoying. Brimstone can be particularly irritating to play against for several reasons, and his abilities, when used by clever players, can create immense frustration for the opposing team. Firstly, while Sky Smokes may not be annoying in themselves, a new breed of Brimstone players has emerged, using shotguns and playing dangerously close to or inside his smokes. This is a nightmare, because Sky Smokes last longer than any other smoke in the game, and entering them is a perilous endeavor. This playstyle can lead to losing numerous anti-eco rounds against Brimstone, adding to the frustration factor. Secondly, what truly makes Brimstone annoying is his potential to clutch rounds in post-plant situations, thanks to his incendiary and orbital strike abilities. Brimstone's Molotov has the longest duration in the game and inflicts damage that makes it impossible to half-defuse the spikes while standing in it. This means that Brimstone poses some of the most potent stall capabilities in post-plant situations. Players have undoubtedly experienced the frustration of losing a post-plant round due to Brimstone's Molly lineup or ultimate. And lastly, while not the primary source of annoyance, Brimstone's Stim Beacon can speed up pushes more than you might anticipate. This ability doesn't necessarily make him frustrating to play against, but it certainly adds to the overall irritation that Brimstone can cause. In conclusion, Brimstone's abilities, when used effectively by resourceful players, can make him an extremely annoying agent to play against. His potential for close quarters combat within his smokes, powerful post-plant capabilities, and accelerated pushes combine to create an exasperating experience for the opposing team. While there's a bunch of other agents that could have made it on the list, these are definitely some of the most annoying agents you could possibly go up against in Valorant. Remember, if you want to master the annoyance and carry your matches though, we have premium guides over at SkillCapped for every single one of the agents, where we'll teach you everything you need to know about mastering them and carrying your games. Once you brush up on your mechanics, we encourage you to head on over to our Discord, where you can get coached by a top player and figure out all the mistakes you're making and how to fix them. Our goal at SkillCapped is to provide users as much value as we possibly can, which is exactly why we give you direct access to our coaching staff to figure out the exact issue that you're having and how to fix it. This is also the reason why, if we don't provide you value, you don't pay. This is assured by our rank improvement guarantee that we offer to all users who sign up for our site. So what are you waiting for? Check out SkillCapped using the link below, and other than that, we'd like to thank you all for watching this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.